Now today we are going to learn about Keto-Enol tautomerism. This is a type of isomerism that is found in compounds which involve the transfer of a double bond from one position to another. So that is tautomerism. So in this case, Keto-Enol tautomerism involves the transfer of a double bond to form a keto form and an enol form when the double bond is at a different position. Now, when the double bond is between the carbonyl oxygen and the carbonyl carbon, that is a keto form, or the product is called a ketone or an aldehyde. So the keto form has a complete carbonyl group which is not touched. So we can see the name Keto-Enol tautomerism is made up of keto, which simply means that it involves a ketone, and then the enol forms shows that there is an aspect of double bond or alkene, the in, and then the ol means that there is presence of an alcohol. Now let us see the mechanism for the transformation of keto form to the enol form via what we call Keto-Enol tautomerism. Now to achieve Keto-Enol tautomerism, two different methods may be used. One of them we can call it the base catalysis. And the other one we can say is acid catalysis. Now base catalysis simply involves using the second site reaction or having a base attack alpha protons. The alpha protons are the protons that are on the alpha carbon, which is just one carbon away from the carbonyl. So from the carbonyl carbon, you count one carbon away, you get your alpha protons or your alpha carbon. So we can say if we have a hydrogen here, it is an alpha carbon and an alpha hydrogen, and this is also alpha hydrogen. Now, why do we need to remove this alpha hydrogen? This is because it is connected to a carbon that neighbors an electron withdrawing group, and that makes the alpha hydrogens to be very, very acidic. Therefore, if we have a base here, it will simply attack the alpha hydrogen and it will remove it. So when the alpha hydrogen is removed, the bond is broken. The bond between this alpha carbon and alpha hydrogen is broken into the alpha carbon or into the alpha carbon, and the transformation can be shown when it breaks like this. Then this other bond here, the double bond between alpha carbon and oxygen, will be broken down, so to form this enolate, or what we call the intermediate. So in this intermediate, the negative at the alpha position here shows that simply there is an extra pair of electrons which can again be brought here to form a double bond between the alpha carbon and the carbonyl carbon, and then the carbonyl oxygen can abstract a hydrogen from water to form an enol or to form an alcohol. So it can abstract it like this, and this one goes out like this, so we form an enol. So this is the keto form. It has a ketone group, or it has a double bond, a complete carbonyl group, and now this is the enol form. Now in between the keto and enol form, there is that enolate, or what we can simply draw as a hybrid of of interchange between keto form and enol form. So we can simply draw it like this. We have oxygen here. This negative may be on oxygen, and at times it may be on alpha carbon. So we can draw it something like this, and we show that negative is rotating. So Keto-Enol tautomerism is the interchange of double bond between oxygen and carbonyl carbon, and between carbonyl carbon and the alpha carbon. Now let us see tautomerism for a diketo or for a dicarboxyl group. So when we have a dicarboxyl group, or what we can call beta dicarboxyl group, that means there are two carbonyl groups which are one carbon away each from each other. So there is one carbon between the two groups, the two carbonyls, and they form what they can be found in compounds such as malonic esters. So for malonic esters, we can just substitute this R with an alkoxy. So we say here R equals to OR, where this R may be any alkyl. Any alkyl, we can talk of ethyl, CH2, CH3, ethyl, can say amethyl, CH3, and something like that. Now, it can also be an alkyl, so that we can have a diketo, and when it is substituted to hydrogen, any of them we can form an aldehyde, and if both of them are hydrogens, then we have a dialdehyde. It will be a dialdehyde. Yes, correct. Now let us see the transformation to get a Keto-Enol tautomerism. Just as usual, if you have base catalysis, we shall have a base here abstracting a proton from this, from the carbonyl carbon, and then this bond, it will abstract the hydrogen here, and then this one bond will break to form another double bond here, and then this bond will break up here like that, so that we have this product which has a double bond between carbonyl. So this is the enol form, this is the enol form, and this is the keto form. But again, this negative here, or this double pair of electrons on oxygen here, can donate electrons into this to form a double bond here, and then this double bond breaks away into this one, and then this double bond on oxygen actually breaks up there, so that now the double bond has the negative has shifted from this oxygen to this other oxygen. But before getting to that oxygen, it has formed a negative first here, then to the second oxygen, and also the double bond here has been transferred from this side to this other side of the reaction. So this shows that the transfer of this negative charge and the double bond is shifting from oxygen to this alpha carbon here to this other oxygen, and we can say it is delocalized. So this is the hybrid resonance structure for that transformation. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe, share, and come back for more videos on organic chemistry, aldol condensation, and also Claisen condensation. Thank you very much.